Hola Humans, I go by the name of Jeriel for those who don't know, and for those who do know, what's the vibes? Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it, guys. Today, the topic just came to mind. It came to mind like I have always done when starting my content on YouTube. Something just comes to mind and I just speak about it. And it came to mind whilst I was just there this morning. So I said, let me still touch on it. And it's amazing that I remember it. And that is why it is called the struggles. The struggles, and what I mean by that, meaning the struggles of life, right? Ever so often, we as human beings, each of us have our own struggles that we go through. And some of us can sit there with each other and say that ours was similar to each other. Now, there's a lot I could say about this topic, but there's a few that maybe I might touch on. First of all, you ever wonder, well, I think that comes to a lot of us, our minds. A lot of us, this comes to our mind. And what comes to our mind, that's facts. When you, as an individual, are struggling in life, trying to find a way to make it all make sense, make your life make sense, make it have purpose, and you can't seem to find exactly what it is, and you hustle it, and in that process you hear things about, whether it's your friends, your family, your close family, distant family, sisters, brothers, aunts, nieces, nephew, whoever it might be, just saying who you related to and also who is your friend as well, because a friend can be more than just a friend. A friend can be a family, especially if you raise up with them. But you go through your struggles in life and you never see certain people are there with you. You never could get in touch with them. You would hear some things about them, about how their life is going good and everything, but you would never really be able to get in touch with them. And for some of us, we have tried to get in touch with some of these families, and it has always been a hard process for us to get them, to even speak to them. And you would try your best, because some of us have pride, and there's a lot of different sorts of pride. Some of us have the pride of, well, we are already grown up, we're not gonna go and ask people to help us with this and with that. They will say, well, you're already a grown human being, but in the sense of you can be able to take care of yourself, I guess they see you're a woman or a man, you're not unable to get up and do something for yourself. They're quick to say this and that, but then there's more to it than that. We all know depression kicks into certain people, and you might want to do the thing, but you could never bring yourself to do it. But those who can and might have the depression but still fighting through it, they try their best to try to get themselves on a straight road, and all the time they will go in an S, like we're snakes, like that. Our road is rocky, back and forth, and we try so often, and there is people that could probably give us a helping hand, and when they are helping hands, they're thinking is the money you want. But let's keep it a bag. You don't have to help people by giving people money, like I've said, I sure have said it before in a video. You don't. So some of us, we do have pride, and we would do our thing. Even if we're struggling, sometimes we would see family members or friends that could help us. They would ask us how we're doing. We would say we're okay. We wouldn't want to put our burdens, our troubles, our problems on them, because after all, they say the people, we are not on the people's account. So we do what we have to do. But there are some, they're partying, they're living their life, they happen to do good for themselves, or maybe they had a system where their mom and dad or whoever relative of them auntie left some fortune for them enough, and they're living their life with it. Some are even wasting it, but they would watch and say that's not for you to see. But the minute everything goes sour and you now starting to try to help yourself, so that when you get yourself straight, you can help somebody else in your family, and that somebody can help somebody else, because like that it should be. that one help that one, the one that one helping that one, and so forth and so forth. But you would never see them. They would enjoy themselves, everything would go nice and sweet for them. You could never get a hold of them, even if you wanted to, or if you don't want to, you always hear their name, because when things pop in, you often hear it because that's what's going on there. It's almost like a trend, so you must hear it once things pop in. And then when things start getting sour, you hate the same way too. You might even hate worse than what it really is, because now then some of those people that are spreading it, they used to get benefit in it, and you're like, wow. You finally, after all these things, you finally have 2 feet solid and stable. Then you'll be hearing about these same people that had everything going for them, and you used to say, wow, well, if that's you, mind you, and you then say, well, I'm happy for my friend, I'm happy for my cousin, I'm happy for this, happy for that. And come later to find out, you start hearing, because the same way things sour, things sweet, you hearing it. The same way things sour, you will hear it as well too. And they might end up making it sound worse than it is, like I said. And then you never see these people, you never see them. Or if you see them, they will try to avoid you, they will try to pretend like they don't see you. They would move away, or they would drive away, or they would walk away, or make beeline, sea lines, so that you won't see them. But when it's time for you now your things starting to get on a straight road, you're starting to have your feet firm and good. But you would see like everybody is starting to vouch for them. Now, oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that? If you can help her, do so, do so. If you can help him, do so, or whatever. Why is that? Why don't they want us that was struggling to feel what we're feeling, because it's us that was feeling that hurt and that pain? Because let's keep it aback, like I said before. Let's keep it aback, and let's be real. Some of them does know you need the help and whatever, and they wouldn't bother helping. They wouldn't. But you would still, out of the goodness of your heart, being who you is, the way God created you and made you, and the heart He gave you would still go and help that person you know. You still help that person, and that person you're helping them, and they probably wouldn't even like you, and not because you do them anything. It's like, to me, I see certain people, some of us, we struggle to try to get things together, and others would see that and they'll never really want to give you help in it. They always make it about money and whatnot, and that just came to my mind. And guys, we both know the struggle of life for us, and for some of us it has been worse for some, and it has been unbearable for some of us, and it has been to a point where some of us can be able to overcome it. It's not easy. Struggles of life, depending on whatever it is. It might be you have a sickness and you don't have financial support, because struggle is always sometimes has to do with financial support. For some of us, the struggles of life has been sometimes unbearable and painful for a lot of us. Some of us, it scarred us to the point where we don't even look at human beings like human beings, because through the grapevine and you moving around trying to make things stable for you, it has been really hard, and you have learned to see certain people for who they are, and that too can change your own mentality on how it is that you're supposed to be with certain people, whether they're your family, whether they're your relative, whether your kids. It doesn't matter what it is, but we all go through struggles. And a lot of the struggles have to do with financial support. A lot of us don't have it, even if we work. Even if we work, we have a 9-to-5 job. Imagine those that don't have a 9-to-5 job. And sometimes the 9-to-5 job just be the crisis of some of us. The 9-to-5 job just be the stress that we have, that if we leave it, everybody might hate us, and we're the one carrying our family on our back. So I just wanted to touch on the struggles with some of us, and I could see that there's certain people I could see around me that are financially blessed through their relative, through their parents, through their cousins, or through the way they raise them, in how the family is. And for those people, I would say keep up the good work, because their family created a system where all of them kind of followed, and it helped a lot, and they're on the right track, and they even help other people. But for some of us who get it and run with the riches and forget about everybody that was there for them during this, that, and that time, I think it could be because it was so difficult whatever they went through, it was very difficult, or they just see, oh, it's theirs, and they will do whatever they want to do with it. So guys, that is what I wanted to touch on, the struggles of life for some of us, and how you never get to see certain people when you're going through your hard times. They would know, some of them would know you're going through it. Certain people who get them, that knows them and knows you, and tell them, and they would pretend they never got any information or whatnot, or they would be basting in their own stuff, and then tomorrow they don't want you to feel a certain way. I feel like girls should let the people feel a certain way they feel, because it's you that go through what you go through, and nobody wants to hear what you went through, and they were there doing so and so and so and so and so, and they never did anything. And some people saying that the person is not on your account, but really feel like we should be helping each other. I feel if we help each other, the world will be a better place. But then it will not always stick to certain people. But it should be good, because they have learned certain lessons through helping people, and that's another topic again. I told you that this topic, the struggles of life, could turn into so many different aspects, but I just wanted to run through a bunch of them, guys. On that note, I say stay blessed, peace, and later.